Mhm.
And also, yeah. So
Nature lovers must love this space because you've got awesome food, you've got nature buzzing around.
that's
It's the
right.
best
Yes.
that if you
Yes.
relax and enjoy nature.
Yes, they do.
All right,
Uh,
so Brenda, you're the main chef. How do you create your menu?
Well, it's based mostly on what is available because we try to use things that grow in the valley or grow right in our own backyard. And from that, we create the meals and we cater for people who are gluten intolerant and who are lactose intolerant. So we ask all these questions before they come so that when you come to our restaurant, we are prepared for you because we know what you cannot have, so that our meals are always prepared based on what our clients want.
And how would
So
you describe your cuisine? What
yes,
sort are you offering?
we offer, but it's mainly local. So it's we offer meats, um um a lot of things like vegetables, ground provisions, because those are the things that grow around us. And we don't use any artificial spices or we grow our herbs in the backyard. So that's what we use in our meats. Most of the things that we use are what is grown right here.
I read somewhere that you offer Spanish Creole cuisine. Would that be correct?
Yes, it will be a mix of that because that is from our parents and grandparents. We will have gotten that Spanish and Creole um, inheritance, I have to say, because what I didn't go to any culinary school or anything like that. What I do is from what I learned from my mother and my grandmother.
Hyacinth, you are the pastry chef. You've got a pretty sweet job. What inspires your creations?
Well, I do mostly the chocolate making. So I wanted people to realize that all our cocoa does not have to leave the country to go to Cadbury or to Hershey's. We can utilize it right here, making our own chocolates. And instead of having them flavored with foreign things like strawberries or things that we don't get here, we don't grow here, I wanted to make it more local, where I started filling them with our local sweets that we create in Trinidad, like fudge and guava cheese, different things like that we put in the chocolates.
So you're holding true to what's growing around you, because I believe cocoa estates exist around where you're based, isn't it?
Yes, Lupino was the entire village of Lupino was a cocoa estate. When where Lupino got its name from was a French count who came here, and it was a 485 acre, I think, cocoa estate before the people were moved from Cora, and they allotted pieces of land for them to live on and another part where they will farm the cocoa estates. So we have a lot of cocoa still growing, and it's a very flavorful cocoa and makes beautiful, beautiful chocolates. If you're traveling from Port of Spain, it's about 20 miles, I think, from Port of Spain. But Lupino Trinidad has three main mountain ridges, and we are in the northern range. So you will come to Port of Spain, from Port of Spain due east, and then head north into the hills. And from out on the main road, I would say it will take you about 20 minutes to half an hour to get to Lupino. A very long, winding road with a lot of cliffs. Some people are very afraid of it. But when you get here, it's like an point.
Oh, absolutely. Well, here in Australia, we love the outdoors. So I'm sure when people hear this, they're going to resonate immediately with that sense of place that you've just described. Marcia, you're the creative director of Cafe Mariposa. How do you constantly create that experience that keeps people coming back for more food and, in this case, song as well?
Well, one of the things I think we should tie back to what Bianca said. It was about making people feel that they are coming home. So when you're coming home, if you're returning from a long journey or whatever it was, if you're visiting your mom, she would always prepare something that will really warm your heart and make you want to stay there longer, you know. And so when I'm thinking, I take quite a long time to produce a menu or to come up with a new recipe, but it is always with that in mind about keeping the hearts warm and making people feel that I must come back. I must come back to Lupino. So let them taste the valley by having produce from, I'll call the names of some of the farmers, some Ian or from Mr. Cyril, you know, and we take that and craft that into a nice casserole, or we incorporate some of the cocoa into the pork or the chicken, you know, and everything has to be intertwined with the taste of the valley and the idea of warm things just to bring you back. Every time you think of Lupino, you say, I must go back to Mariposa.
So it's that feeling of welcome home, isn't it, that you've created?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's really, well, that makes anyone feel like they belong, which is great. But
Yes.
what I also love is the fact that you are heavily geared towards food sustainability as well. Okay.
The idea really is to reduce food miles
Mhm.
by, first of all, seeing what's in our garden and then in our neighbors' gardens. So when we know that breadfruit is something that you may be foreign to you, but it is a large fruit that looks like a football, and we create a lot of savory dishes out of it. Then you have ground provisions like cassava and things called dashin and tanyas. All of these are root tubers, but they create lovely salads, like
Right.
maybe like a potato salad.
Mhm.
So when you add that to like fresh orange juices into the rice, so that the rice doesn't taste artificial, that lovely tanginess of the orange juice that is added while it's cooking, and then you sprinkle that with some cracked cocoa beans, so like some nibs or some ground cocoa. So you're getting fusions of flavor that will really kind of drive you crazy, because you're not creating this yourself at home, and you come here and you taste these things and you think, wow, this can be done, you know. And well, some people say to us, we don't want to try it at home, we just want to come back and have it here again.
You're listening to The Travel Writers Show.